everybody! Long time no see. I'm really excited to be recording a video again for the first time in several months. Yeah, so things have been kind of a little bit crazy. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened. And also it's just been like winter and I don't know if you can relate to this, but like in the wintertime it gets so dark so quick and it's really hard for me to find time whenever there's actually natural light outside and I can record a video with natural lighting, which is like the way I prefer to record a video. It's much nicer, the lighting is like, I don't know, it's just good. And like my lighting in my apartment isn't that great if I just turn on like a overhead light or whatever. Anyway, I'm back today to talk about my 2018 Make 9 and how that went. If you'll remember, I did make a video about all the things that I wanted to make. Well, not all the things, but the things I wanted to make for the 2018 Make 9. Last year, like at the beginning of the year, it might have been like before the new year, but I definitely did make a video about it. And I thought I would just go over what I've done and like how it went, because it was pretty interesting. I don't have like a specific order that I'm going to talk about this in. It's just like the order of my video from last year. I'm just looking at my notes from the video from last year, but this is not the order that I made stuff in, obviously. So I did actually end up making one of every single thing on the list except for one thing, and that thing I did substitute something that was like essentially the same, if that makes sense. So yeah, I did like actually make all of these things, but not all of them were very successful in my opinion. So the first thing that's on my list is a Greenline Studio Tamarack jacket, and I finished this like in October or November. No, it was like, it must have been later in November, because I remember that I had a concert that month and I did not have it ready for the concert. But yeah, this turned out really, really nice. I love the way it looks. I'm hopefully going to insert some pictures of it now. I did a lot of research on like the quilting pattern that a lot of people were doing. And a lot of people did like the like diamond pattern for quilting on that jacket. I don't know. It's basically just like all these lines and they make up diamonds basically. And I like the way that looks, but I wanted to have something a little bit different, and also I really like triangles. I know it's kind of weird, but I just like triangles, okay? So I wanted to make something that had triangles in it. And so what I essentially did was have like a similar pattern where there's like lines going this way and this way, but then there were also lines vertically through them, so it made a bunch of triangles. Anyway, you should be able to see what I'm talking about in the picture. And then, so the outside's pretty simple other than the interesting quilting pattern. It's like a charcoal linen, and there was like an issue with the linen where I wanted the binding to be black and then the actual jacket to be like a charcoal, so there was just like a very subtle contrast. But when I got the linen in the mail, it looks purple compared to the black for the binding, and I was not a fan of the look, so I ended up dyeing the linen and it worked out okay. But definitely that made me think in the future, like if I'm ordering fabric online that needs to be a very specific shade, definitely do not just order it. Buy a swatch. For the love of all things good, just buy a swatch. It'll make your life easier. Yeah, it was like a whole thing. I was like, should I return it? Should I just... And then I was like, you know what, I'll just dye it. And it worked out okay. So we're all good. The next thing on the list was some sort of bag. I have on here the Noodlehead woolen wax tote, but I said in my video that I was okay with like trying something else if I found a better pattern, because that wasn't exactly what I wanted. And I did make a bag, and but I like the way it turned out initially whenever I first had it done. It looked really good. But there were a few issues where over like time it really didn't look cute. Like, I waxed the fabric myself. The fabric was some, it was some like duck canvas or something that was leftovers from all these projects that my mom did. And I had dyed it with some avocado pits so it was pink. So it looks really cute, and then I waxed it using otter wax. And the thing about that is, with the light colors and then the wax, is that the wax wants to grab onto all the dirt and the grossness, and so the bag just looked disgusting after like a week of use, and I was like really disappointed about that. And then also the leather I used for the handles was not great. It kind of was really soft and stretched out really easily, so that did not look good. So that was really disappointing. The end product turned out nice, but it was not usable in the end, so that was very disappointing. If I make another like similar bag, I'll definitely want to make sure that I get the right materials and that I don't wax my own fabric, because that, even though it says it sets, it still felt sticky to me for some reason. I don't know if I did something wrong, but yeah, it felt sticky. And then let's see, next on my list is the Colette Negroni, and this is a men's button-down shirt. And yeah, I was able to make this. I actually made it for my fiance for Christmas. Whenever I actually made it, he wasn't my fiance, but we got engaged right before Christmas, so that's really exciting. We went to Colonial Williamsburg. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's just like this really cute little old town in Virginia. And we went there and he got a carriage ride. It was so cute. And the ring he got me is really pretty. It's from like a local family-owned business, and they source all their diamonds, like they source them themselves, so they're confident that there's like no scary like slavery involved and stuff. So that really made me happy that we were able to find like a ring that's not like, I don't know, like no blood diamonds or whatever, because obviously that's something that I really care about. Yeah, so anyway, back to the shirt. I made him this Colette Negroni out of this really, really cozy flannel that I got, and I got it from a store that's kind of local to the area that I live. It's so thick and so cozy. He said he loves it. Every time he wears it, he's like, it's so warm. I'm like, is it too warm though? Is it too warm? Because if it's too warm, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, it's good. So yeah, I was really glad. I worked really hard to make sure that all the plaid matched, and I think it looks really good. It fits him really well. I was concerned because I wasn't about to like try to sneakily measure him for this shirt that I was making, but yeah, it turned out really well. It fits him really well. It looks good. I don't have any pictures of this, but I'm planning on taking pictures of him in it at some point and posting it on my Instagram. So yeah, if you want to see pictures of that, you'll have to, or pictures of it on him, you'll have to check out my Instagram. I do have pictures of it, like just laying flat, because of course I had to take pictures of it. The next thing on the list is the thing that I substituted something out for, and it's the named Jamie jeans. And the reason I substituted this out was because I decided I didn't want another pair of skinny jeans. I was planning on making these out of like a dark gray or black fabric, so I substituted those for the Closet Case Morgan jeans, and they turned out so well. They're my favorite pair of jeans. They look so good. That's my third pair of jeans that I've made, and it's definitely the best pair. Like, there's a huge improvement from the second pair to the third pair, I feel. I also got like a brand new sewing machine in the middle, like between the two. So that could have helped a lot because my old sewing machine was not strong enough to sew through like 6 layers of denim or something. So yeah, I substituted that out because I didn't want skinny jeans. And then also the next item on my list was the named Canerva button back shirt. And I made that like right away in 2018, like the first month of the year. And I didn't like it at all. So maybe part of the reason why I didn't do the Jamie jeans is because I kind of had a bad experience with this shirt, but I don't know, I'll let you decide. Yeah, so this one didn't turn out great, mostly because I did not pay attention to how short it would have been, and I didn't want to make it with the peplum on it, and initially, and I only bought enough fabric for it without the peplum, but then it was really, really short. I'm kind of tall, so that probably was one of the reasons why it looks really short on me, and then also, I don't know, I didn't love it, and I don't wear it right now because I don't think the fabric I used was great. I like that it has a button back, but there was, I don't know, you can just hack something to have a button back. I hacked a Lou box top to have a button back, and that turned out really well. Just for some reason this did not work out for me. Yeah, and I think I have a picture of it, but I don't keep it like in my, I might have actually donated it. I think I might have donated it. Yeah, so I don't have it anymore as far as I know. The next thing on the list was the Grainline Studio Driftless cardigan, and I did finish this. I made it out of a like blush pink French terry, and it's cozy and I like to wear it a lot. I really like that cardigan pattern. It's very like boxy and comfy and warm. So I definitely should try to make more, and I'm very happy with how this one turned out. The next thing is In the Folds Rush Cutter, and I did finish this. For some reason, like the first part of the year, I think I still was just trying to understand the types of patterns and fabric that I like, because with this dress, I made it out of one of the Rifle Paper Company, like, it was like a linen and cotton blend. It says it's a canvas, but it's not really that thick, honestly. But honestly, I just don't really like those patterns for clothes for myself. I feel like they're a little bit too cutesy or whatever, so I don't think that fabric choice was good. I really like the dress pattern, and it's really comfy, but I don't really wear it that much. Probably mostly because of the fabric choice, and yeah, I definitely think I've gotten better at that since since like last year. So that's definitely good. The next thing on the list is a Seamwork Veronica dress, and I also made this, and I made a change to the way this dress is made, and I made it reversible actually. So I don't know if it makes sense, like not like reversible back to front, but like you can turn it inside out and it has a different fabric, if that makes sense. So one side has like a speckle atelier brunette fabric, and the reason I decided to do it reversible is because whenever I bought that fabric, it was so thin, and I was like, I'm gonna have to line this anyway, so I might as well just try to make it reversible. And so the other side is like a pale aqua linen, and it's really comfy and really cute, and I like both sides, and it's cool that like this dress kind of has a lot more versatility. I wore it a lot in the summer. I haven't really worn it in the past few months because it's been cold, but I definitely like it a lot, and I should try to get more wear out of it for sure. The last thing on the list is the Sew House 7 toaster sweater, and I made this one like really early last year. I made it out of a similar a similar French terry as I did with the Grainline Studio Driftless cardigan, but this one is like a plum color. It's really comfy. I wear it all the time and I love it a lot, and I should definitely make more thinking about it because I wear that sucker all the time. Yeah, so that definitely, I think overall things were pretty successful. There were a couple of fails in there, but overall I'm happy, and I'm definitely glad about all that I've learned since last year. I don't know, as somebody who's sewn since I was like 5 years old, you kind of assume that you kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of like assumed like, oh yeah, I know what's going on, I got this. But there's definitely still room for growth, even after sewing for like almost 20 years. So yeah, it's definitely exciting. I do have a list for 2019 that will be in my next video though, and I'm definitely excited to talk about those projects. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!